top 5 match leaders, all by the Collingwood Magpies. Only Cara Conan sitting pretty there in second. But Brazel, I just wanted to chat about her for a moment. She's had a blistering start to that first quarter, 27 miss and net points, 1 goal assist, 3 pickups, but it's that defensive transition work that she's doing. She's just bringing that ball out so nicely, as Kira mentioned a little bit earlier.
Well, she's keeping Laura Sherian quiet, isn't she?
Yeah, she is. And as a result, we're seeing Mahalia Cassidy do her fair share of all the feeding. She's sitting at 10 feeds, so obviously running out that centre position becomes tiring.
Well, it's interesting, isn't it? Cassidy at centre for the Lightning and Jovic at centre for Magpies are both having really big games in terms of delivering the ball into the circle. Jovic leading the goal assist score for her team as well. But usually we see Kelsey Brown lead that stat.
I feel like Jovic is a bit of a quiet achiever for this Magpies outfit. Last year she came obviously into the side, replacing Kim Ravalli, and when she left the club, she just seems like she's a bit of a quiet workhorse, but she gets the job done.
Yep, big fan of the work. Molly Jovic, as she gives away a penalty right on cue. Right, speaking of right on cue, Kira Tromp, you're in the huddle.
Yeah, I went to both huddles that break, Liz, and interestingly enough, Carla Pretorius asked for help to shut down Gabby Sinclair, and Gabby Sinclair asked for help to get away from Carla Pretorius. So it was an interesting chat, and both coaches delivered pretty good feedback just about Carla getting in that front position, not getting caught on the hip of Gabby. And Gabby, you know, her coaches were talking to her about using the swings across the circle to open up the angle.
Gabby Sinclair travelling pretty nicely. 6 goal assists, 6 centre pass receives, and 6 goals.
We also saw Pretoria spending a little bit of time with the umpires in that quarter break, just asking about some of the arm work that was happening from Sinclair. So it will be interesting just to see in this quarter how that close attention they were paying to each other plays out, and if the umpires have got anything to do with it.
Well, good start here for Sunshine Coast Lightning. They lead this quarter 3-1. Oh. What a take from Kelsey Brown.
Oh, and bad luck, Shimona Nelson. I thought she just had that defender underneath her.
Yeah, I think she actually, Carla Pretorius looked at the umpire expecting to get the penalty. So watch this take. That's amazing.
Incredible work from Kelsey Brown there.
Yeah, and just at the end you see Pretorius get under Nelson, so she was lucky to get away with that, Carla Pretorius, but the Magpies got it back. Big smile from Cara Conan. 17th goal for her.
Wing defence throughout contact.
So Lightning coming into this second quarter with all guns blazing. Wouldn't have liked losing that first.
No, forward one.
Yes.
Well, Shimona Nelson's done that a couple of times. Just hit the back of the ring, but it's dropped in.
Conan really seems to just be having a bit of a field day here at the moment. We know Jiva Mentor's such a killer with that heavy collision there. She's quick to her feet. We know that Jiva plays so well on that holding shooter, so all of a sudden she finds herself on Conan, who's got such great movement. It's a completely different game that she needs to approach today, or a different mindset, isn't it?
I also feel like Cara Conan has changed her game since Vicky Wilson came into the coaching staff at Sunshine Coast. She's just got so much more movement, and her angles are completely different.
Well, I mean, it's fantastic to see a shooter that has so many tricks up her sleeve, so to speak, rather than just obviously holding. We know she can do that, but we know how dangerous she is on the backspace. As you mentioned, the angles that she's working out there, potentially as a result from Vicky's coaching.
All right, a good start from Lightning for this second quarter. It means it's an HCF timeout to the Collingwood Magpies.
Because it was obviously just a great chat amongst this defensive end about playing a bit of a box. So they're going to come off the body, as you can see here. They're playing the space a little bit. You can see Jodie Ann Ward is dropped back into that circle position. Steph Wood has been isolated, and they're trying to force that pocket ball for Jiva to come out and have a crack at. So already Lightning just having to play the ball around a little bit more.
Yeah, a bit of a slower lead up for Lightning, but it's worked. And just a little one-on-one with Conan. Well, she's beaten Jiva Mentor in that one-on-one spot. But you're right, Laura, they do set up that to have a fly. Oh, a little replay there from Sinclair. So opportunity here for Lightning. They trail by 3. 5 minutes played in this second quarter. And the pickups have been a bit few and far between, but to the difference. Sherian, just a little 1-2 with Cassidy Conan outside the circle. She's taking Mentor on some long runs.
Oh, you just get the sense Mentor. Oh, good.
Yeah, that was
lucky
terrific
one.
work there from Jovic. She just got front position. Oh! Mahalia Cassidy went for a fly, just put the toe over the line before releasing the ball. Have a look at this. Yeah, Gee, it looked good though.
Always looks good when those little mid-quarters are running around, aren't they? They just seem to...
Oh, they put on their capes, don't they?
Yeah.
Fly through there.
Have a look there, Shimona Nelson. 17 from 17. 100%. Gabby Sinclair also doing a good job, but Nelson picking up from where she left off a couple of weeks ago.
Cara Conan also having a day out as well, 19 from 21 for her. She's doing her absolute best to keep Lightning in this contest.
Mentor, she's sitting at 2.5 missing net points with only 1 deflection to her name, so quite by her standards, and we know this Magpies team relies so heavily on her to pick up ball.
All right, well, that little fly from Mahalia Cassidy, that could end up as a Suncorp Team Girls Moment. You can vote now at teamgirlsmoment.supernetball.com.au and pick your favourite of the Team Girls Moments from last week. We'll go through them a little bit later. Get involved. Shimona Nelson certainly involved. That's her first miss of the match, but picks up the rebound. So, shooting beautifully.
Ashley Brazel is just doing so much work on this centre pass on Sherian, just marking her so tightly.
Yeah, and just you feel like that understanding between Wood and Conan is just keeping Lightning in this game, don't you? Steph Wood's been quiet in this match, but she's doing enough. Giving the ball to Cara Conan. And it's Magpies by 3, and just a little chink in the armour halfway through this second quarter. Shimon using a height. Cassidy, nothing going in the circle. This is just offset defence, and you feel like now's the moment, Laura, for Magpies to go back into the one-on-one.
Yeah, and that's what they spoke about, Liz, in that huddle, was that they were going to throw that box on for a few phases of play, but then reverting back to that tight one-on-one, which has obviously got them in the position that they are in. It's just that hard work.
Just over.
Steph Wood looks to Sherian, and no surprise that it's Conan just popping out along the baseline. Oh, nearly a win for Jiva Mentor, but it's Steph Wood with the timing and the finish. Timeout, another one has been called by Sunshine Coast Lightning. They trail by 1. All right, some pretty clear instructions there from Lightning coach Kylie Byrne. What do you think about that, Laura?
Yeah, well, obviously she spent some time with Mawene, just telling her not to get caught behind Nelson, even if Nelson's sitting, you know, that midway point in the circle, to get around in front and force that high ball in.
Kira Trump, I saw you over near the Magpies huddle. What did you learn?
Yes, Liz, I was right on in there. Look, Nicole was just speaking to her players, straying away from the game plan. They've let the Lightning get that middle channel a bit too much. So she asked for Braz Ward to push their players wide. Down the attacking end, she's looking for more penetration. As we see a great rebound by Mawene, great penetration. She wants more from Jovic driving down court.
All right, Sherian on the drive. Just watch for Cara Conan. She's the go-to girl. Ignored by Cassidy. Pretoria setting up just down the sideline. And Cassidy finds Conan. This could shoot them to level, and it does. Just over 6 minutes to play in this second quarter, and we are all locked up at 26 apiece. Lightning winning this quarter 12-7. So it's been quite the start in this second quarter for the home team. Steph Wood, the double pump. Lightning have scored the last 4 and the last 7 of the last 10. Can they make it 5 on the trot? They can. And Steph Wood puts the Lightning in front. first time since the opening minutes of this match.
The Magpies, their centre pass conversion really dropping off in this second quarter. They're sitting at 67%. Just an area of their game that they've really slackened off.
What a Lightning sitting at?
They're at 88%.
That's impressive. Gabby Sinclair makes good. So back to level pegging as we head towards the power 5. Didn't have a single attempt at a super shot from either team in the first quarter. And there's the horn. Rebel Power 5 is in play. Lightning by 1.
Back with me.
Brown chooses to go across court. Brazil on the fly. He put her under all sorts of pressure to get the ball. Nelson under pressure. Chases nicely and with the finish as well.
Yeah, that pass in from Jovic. You just get the sense that Maweni's starting to work out Nelson a little bit, trying different positions on her.
Kylie Byrne saying to Pums Mawene in the last timeout that she wanted Mawene to sit out in front of Nelson. Even if she was halfway out of the circle, wants to force the high ball. Let's see how that plays out. Nelson, long way out to Jovic. Nelson puts the head down and gets back in. Sinclair now. She's good for the super shot, Gabby Sinclair, but it's Nelson the choice. So Magpies now in chase position. Sherian.
Goal defence, contact. It's inside the circle.
Going to be starting mount up a little.
Advantage offside centre.
Wood looking out.
Goal defender contact. Goal defence. That's a play, yeah.
So Jodie-Ann Ward, that's her 9th penalty for the match.
Obstruction.
She's the most penalised player of the Magpies. Pumsa Mawene is the most penalised player on court.
Have a look at this battle, though. Just a Karakonen sandwich between Mentor and Jodie-Ann Ward.
Well, Karakonen must have known that hit was coming, so she did so well to get the hands up. Nice for the ball only. And Shimona Nelson up to the challenge at the other end of the court. 3 minutes to play in this first half.
I feel like the pace of Lightning's ball work has really sped up. I feel like the Magpies defenders are just struggling to stay in touch with where it's happening, as we see a beautiful shot there.
Stefford was flirting with that super shot zone. Wasn't quite in it though. You know, her and Gabby Sinclair are both capable of it. Kelsey Brown, lovely little release. Second miss for Nelson, second rebound for Nelson.
There's that cross-court ball Nicole Richardson was wanting Mentor to come out and have a crack at.
Just waiting for Jiva Mentor to come into this game. And Karakonen doing such a good job of keeping it busy.
You called it, Liz. She heard you.
She's too good to stay down for too long, Jiva Mentor, but as I said, she's got the work cut out for her. Now listen to this.
No, goal defence. You just need to come off the body and stop challenging those late calls, okay? On my whistle.
All right, I thought we might hear caution or a warning of some sort.
I feel like the umpire's having a giggle at the Falcons. He's taking on some coaching advice.
It's true.
He's really getting himself involved, isn't he?
I like it. So the turnover for the Magpies, and Kelsey Brown with the chase, not quite enough. So Ash Braz, just a rare mistake in attack, and it gives the Lightning back the ball. Steph Wood a long way from home, just a long way up the court. She's involved. She goes long to Cassidy.
Advantage offside, wing defence.
A bit of frustration creeping in here to this Magpies defensive line. And Jiva Mentor, just with the wind, she's just starting to stop that baseline drive from Conan. A minute to play, 31 apiece.
Would have gone close to that held ball there, Liz, I thought. Magpies just would love, as we see there, Brown finding Nelson so nicely. No one on her. She was under the post, home alone.
And both those Lightning defenders just interested in Gabby Sinclair and her ability to do the damage in the super shot zone.
Brown coming into the game now, isn't she? Doing a lot more feeding, just finding that connection with Nelson so nicely.
Kelsey Brown sitting now at 8 goal assists. Gabby Sinclair, though, leading that stat with 11. Molly Jovic with 10. So an opportunity here for the Magpies just to put a couple on the Lightning in the dying moments of this quarter.
Laura Sherian thought, this one is all mine, and then she's obviously got the likes of a Brazil behind her.
Well, they need to hurry up, the Magpies. They're running out of time. 3, 2, and the goal goes through right on the buzzer, and Shimona Nelson's down. Pulls her away and he pulls her up. But that's a big quarter from Lightning. 17-15 from that quarter, but it's the Magpies at half-time leading the game 34-31. And just the damage being done